Jump scare. Okay, we're doing story times. Once again, I forgot I actually have interesting things happen to me. So I wrote some stuff down so I didn't forget. But first one, this story time is work stories. Because people are weird in the customer service industry. And you might be saying, hey, wait a minute, aren't you unemployed? Yes, I am. I still was. I was volunteering. I volunteered at a bookstore, and that bookstore was connected to a library, and it was just like the backstock books that don't get checked out anymore, donated books that they already have enough of or don't want to put out, yada yada. So it's tiny, like probably the size of my room, so not too big. But anyways, first of all, the library. Bless the library, but it's falling apart, which just says a lot about the funding. It's cold. Hold on. Cold as hell in this cold ass room. But for one, I go there, and it's just a room, books, desk thingy, and I'm like, oh, I'll volunteer, because I used to go to the library all the time, because I didn't want to be at the house I was at. And they were like, hey, do you want to volunteer? And I was like, oh, more ways to not be at my home? Sign me up. So I start volunteering there. They just email me because I didn't have a phone number. And first thing that happens, right? I'm just getting told what to do. Here's the books. The prices on the inside. Here's the cash register. You just press a button and it opens. You don't need to do anything else. Unless you, need a calculator. And I'm like, okay. I didn't because the books are like $1 each and you can kind of just 1, 2. For one, the lady that's telling me everything, she's like, okay, and here in the back, there's a little back room with extra books that aren't put out yet. A counter. She's like, make sure to unplug the microwave because the wall's leaking. And I look up at this wall. Not currently, not at that moment, but it did leak. You could see the water damage, and I was like, oh, okay. It rains here a lot. Not in the summer, give or take, it still rains, but it rains a lot, every other month. So, and then she opened a cupboard, because there was 2 cupboards, and she's like, this is where the key is, and she opens it and takes out an oatmeal container, and opens that, and it's like, this is where the key to the cash register is, and I'm like, okay, sure, that's one way to hide it. I just exposed their secrets, but there's billions of libraries, so it's fine. I don't think they all hide their things in oatmeal containers. But anyways, I'm like, oh, okay. And he's just telling me, oh, make sure to sign out when you're done with your shift, so the next person can see that you did everything. And I'm like, okay. And then we hear a thud, and a bird flew into the window and died. And she's like, that's a bad omen. And I'm like, yeah, sure is. So that was my first impression. And then when I went in for my actual shift, I think this did happen the first day. Crazy. But I was allowed to bring my computer because it's not super busy. People come in I have 3 people a day. So I just sticked around on my computer for most of the time. And this guy comes in. And I'm like, I don't say anything, but I'm like, hey. And he's like, do you guys have a DVD player? And I'm like, I'm not the library. Because once again, you walk into the library, hallway thing, you walk through these doors, and that's where the desk is. But when you walk in, it literally says, bookstore, backstock bookstore, open or closed. It's it's right there, but it's also obviously a separate thing. So I'm like, I have a CD player right here. I don't, it's kind of all I got. if you ask the front desk, I think they've got stuff upstairs. Upstairs is where, like, you know, the, like, teen and adult section. Downstairs is where the kids' place is. But I'm like, if you ask upstairs, I think they probably have something. And he was like, oh, okay, I'm just trying to watch my court case. And I'm like, okay. Okay. No, yeah, alright. Okay. Yeah. Funnily enough, like, 5-minute walk away is the courthouse, so I feel like it is kind of likely he literally just walked over, which is interesting. Okay. Then he left because I don't have. It's a little bookstore. I don't know what you want from me. Anyways, yeah. And then another time I'm working, this guy comes in. I worked at this place when I was like 14, so yeah, I was 14. But this kid was like 16, 17, so a little bit older. But he comes in and he grabs a book and then he just sits on like this tiny little like decorative chair in the corner and just reads it. Like he was there for a while just reading it and not buying it. And I was like, okay. My assumption is rather there's people in the library he doesn't want to like interact with, like hiding a bit, or that he doesn't have like the $2 for the book. I didn't have $2 either, so I couldn't have been like kind and generous and been like, oh, I can get it for you, because it's not a proper like working thing. So I could have done that, but I don't have money, so so that was a little funny because he was there like the whole time, like my whole shift, just reading. It's like a shorter book. Still like 100 pages though, so it took a bit. Once again, the second I realized, oh, he's just gonna read this book, I opened up my computer and started looking at like Twitter or something. Don't go to Twitter at a young age. And then another time, I hear like noises, right? Like there's noises happening out there, but I'm like, whatever. Maybe it's the library people. I don't know. And I look over. It's raining outside, by the way. This guy's trying to bring his bike in. There's a bike rack outside. There is also a pretty good space that's covered. Just park your bike there. It's not really... People don't really steal bikes around here. It's not really around here. I don't live there anymore, but... people don't really steal bikes. Like, that's not, like, a thing. Not a big city or anything, so not really a worry. If anything, just, like, hook it up to, like, one of the doors that doesn't open. But he was just trying to bring it inside, and I almost got up, but someone else from the front desk, as in all the way over there, came by, and I was like, sir, no, don't do that, because he's getting fucking mud everywhere, and it's like, bro, your bike can sit under the cover. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, that was fun. It was something to do. Also, once again, it was, I was 14. So it was like 2020-ish. So my outfits were atrocious. Actually. I don't know where most of those clothes went, peeves me off. But that was when, from age, like, 12 to 16, so only, like, 2 years ago, I wore my Kyle hat every single day as, like, a comfort thing, because I was going through the horrors, but it's over there. I don't do that no more. So every single shift I had this fucking stupid green hat on, every shift, which is a little funny, but whatever. Even if it didn't match my outfit, even if my outfit was something like completely not that, didn't match neon, I had that stupid fucking hat on. Brain's weird, man. Well, that's it, because, after that, after volunteering there, I stopped volunteering, and then, did I ever properly quit? I don't know. I can't remember. That was so long ago. Yeah. And then now I still can't get a job because I'm too ill. But I did go to the doctor and I got blood work done. I don't know my results. So, fuck me, I guess. Anyways, that's my work stories. Because I've only had one job, kind of, not really. Yeah. Oopsies. Anyways, be nice to service workers. Because, like, if I only worked for, like, 4 months and that shit happened, I can't even imagine working at, like, actually working. Probably fucking sucks. Anyways, bye. Bye.